Hi, I'm Sarah Kramer, registered nurse and fitness and intuitive eating coach. How do you know when you're ready to stop dieting? Great question. You know when you're ready to stop dieting when you are so exhausted from it, when your thoughts are constantly around food, what you've eaten, what you haven't eaten, when your next meal is, when you're feeling hungry and not satisfied or nourished, when you feel like you're not eating enough and your mood may be crappy, your energy is low, you're irritable, you're no longer enjoying food. It takes a lot of self-awareness. And once you become aware and you really start paying attention to things, you will get to a place where you're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't keep dieting. This is not bringing me joy or happiness. It's exhausting me. It feels like such a chore. And FYI, dieting was never meant to be a long-term thing. It was meant to be a short-term thing, and somehow it got turned into this long-term thing where people are dieting for years and years and years. And it's not just you. I engaged in that behavior for years myself, and I often thought, how am I going to stop dieting? This is what I know. This is what I'm used to. And so there's a fear around stopping dieting and releasing that control. But once you become aware of your habits, your behaviors, your thoughts around food, then you can start to incorporate intuitive eating. And this is what I do as an intuitive eating coach. I help you stop that diet cycle. I help you stop going back to diets when things get a little difficult. I help you start enjoying food again. I help you stop stressing about food all of the time, because food is meant to be enjoyed. And when we're not enjoying food and we're just eating things that we think we should eat, then it just becomes boring. And nobody wants to eat boring food all the time or feel like they can't have the foods that they really want. And so you're going to know when you're ready to stop dieting, when you've just lost your enjoyment with food, when you just feel so bitter toward your dieting or your tracking, your calorie counting, constantly looking at food labels, looking up at restaurants, how many calories are in certain dishes. You have to become self-aware, and you have to remind yourself, I don't need to be on a diet. I can start to release this control, and I can start to move toward intuitive eating that is not a diet, but it's going back to the basics of eating. And you're going to slowly start enjoying food again once you start eliminating dieting. And I help you do this as a slow progression, and it's about baby steps. It's not just where you stop dieting cold turkey and all is well in the world. It takes time, and it takes mindset shifts, behavior changes, changing your relearning how to trust yourself around food. But you're really going to know in here when you're ready to stop dieting. And you have to be honest with yourself and stop telling yourself that you need to be on a diet in order to thrive. Because once you move beyond dieting, there is a whole other life out there where you can enjoy food, where you're not getting anxious around food, and when you can make peace with food. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this on fitness, intuitive eating, and body image.